Hey everybody, Tim and Julie here for another Batman the Animated Series review. Episodes 9, 10, 11, and 12. Because we're doing them in batches of 4. So I guess we'll go episode by episode. So the first episode, Be a Clown. What'd you think? Where the Joker kidnaps Jordan. Which I love that one.
I loved it. It was cute.
Okay.
I mean, even though he was taken by the Joker, it was
Good.
heartfelt.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
So we get that one. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, the Joker kidnaps a kid. Batman saves him. It's pretty straightforward. We get the two-parter Two-Face. So in the course of this series, I want to say there's like 7 two-part episodes. And this is the first of the two-parter. So you've already seen The Dark Knight, the live-action movie. Mm-hmm. So this is another interpretation of Two-Face's origin story.
Right.
So in this one, we get Two-Face, who's played by Richard Mole, who we've already seen Harvey Dent in the episodes. Richard Mole is a fantastic actor. Mm-hmm. Probably most noteworthy for... Night Court?
Night Court, yeah.
For the security guard.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic actor. And, I mean, I don't think it's a spoiler. I guess it's a spoiler that we will see Two-Face in more episodes. But I think they did a good job of setting up Harvey Dent for for a kid's TV show.
Right.
To get Harvey Dent, especially like the Poison Ivy episode. And then now we actually get to see Two-Face emerge. So, what did you think of this two-parter compared to, like, the Dark Knight episode, or movie?
This one, I think, everybody, well, Batman and his, Harvey's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Grace, I think, yeah.
I mean, they were doing everything they could to help him get out of his bad self and his good self.
Okay.
You know, the good Harvey, the bad Harvey.
Right.
You know, and they were there to help him.
Okay. I agreed. This one definitely portrays it more as a split personality.
Right.
And then the accident where he's blown up kind of triggers more of the evil Harvey.
Evil.
But, yeah. And then the second episode, which is like 6 months after the first episode. I don't remember that, but I was like, oh, okay. And then the ending scene where like Batman like tosses the coins was very reminiscent of the movie, the Batman Forever movie. Because now you've seen like Batman Forever with Tommy Lee Jones, you've seen The Dark Knight with Aaron Eckhart, and now you've seen the animated Harvey Dent. So you've seen a few different versions of Two-Face. Does one stand out as like what you think of as the definitive Two-Face so far?
Maybe this one. I mean, because he acted like he didn't want to really be that other person.
Okay.
But, you know, stuff would trigger it and stuff. But, yeah, but when somebody had, you know, tried to help him and knock some sense into him, I mean, he was back to his loving, caring person.
Right. Okay, makes sense. Because it's interesting for me for like I'm a big Joker fan, and then there's all sorts of Jokers out there. Like there's a dozen different Jokers, but then even me as a fan, like Cesar Romero, for example, I'm a big fan. Like I love the Joker, even in the 1966 show. But for me, if somebody says the Joker, like the animated version, the Mark Hamill, is the first thing that comes to mind. So that's what I mean by like the definitive version. So we've seen different Riddlers, we've seen different Catwoman, like there's all sorts of different characters. But when you, even Batman as a character, if I say like Batman, who like do you like Adam West Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale, Kevin Conroy. Like, there's so many. Mm-hmm. So when I say the definitive, what I mean is, like, who is the first person that comes to your mind? So, like, for this, like, Two-Face, I agree. Mm-hmm. Like, for me, especially growing up in the 90s, more often than not, this TV show is what I think of. So, even Two-Face, I mean, in the Batman Forever, it was like a purple face.
Right.
And then in Dark Knight, it was burned, so it was like a black, charcoaly. And in this, it's blue. When I think of Two-Face, I actually think of blue from this TV show. So, and then the final episode for this review, at least, is It's Never Too Late, which is Rupert Thorne and Arnold Stormwell, two different mob bosses fighting each other. What did you think of this one?
Again, it was heartfelt. Batman helping, what was it?
Yep, Arnold Stormwell.
And him reliving his childhood and
with Michael.
With Michael, and how early in the beginning when Batman or Bruce Wayne character went to the church to tell him he needs to.
Right.
Yeah.
And this one does do a really good job of kind of balancing that, like the past and the present, and going back and forth. Right. So that was really good.
And getting him to speak about, turn over the evidence about Thorne.
Oh, yep.
Thorne. It was good.
It was good. Okay. Agreed. Like, this one was like this. I feel like that's kind of I'm a little jaded because like I said, I grew up with this. So every episode, I'm like, this is the best episode ever. So I agree. Like, it does a really good job of kind of balancing the two. I forgot to bring it up, so I'll bring it up now. In the last one, the Two-Face two-parter, the second half, when Two-Face is taking over, there's two little shout-outs. For one, Batman is like looking up all of the places Two-Face had robbed, and Alfred comes up with the line, like something about like, well, next he'll hit the second Federation Bank or something, which this episode came out in 1992. In 1995, in Batman Forever, that's the opening sequence, is Two-Face robbing that second Federation Bank. And then the second thing is this episode has the twins, the redheaded, freckled twins. Those are twins that later we will see in the Batman and Harley movie. They're the ones that are singing "Don't Pull Your Love Out on Me" in the karaoke bar. Those are the same twins. So it's so slight that like literally this is the only episode they're in, but like 20 years later, you're like, oh, I know who they are. So it's just a nice little shout out. So we have now made it 12 episodes. We're a dozen episodes into the series. Are you still enjoying it? What do you think?
Yes, these are probably I like these ones about the best so far.
Good. Okay. So for those who have seen this one, go ahead and let us know what you think about Batman the Animated Series. It's kind of a coincidence that that's the t-shirt that I'm wearing today. Did not plan that at all. So that was kind of awesome. So what did you think about like Mark Hamill's Joker episode, the first two-parter for Two-Face, and then the mob boss, It's Never Too Late? Go ahead, let us know. I'd love to discuss it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing, and we will see you guys next time.